Hello, everyone. I'm Kirk Steven, and welcome to Pacific Drive. We've traded in our mini sub for a station wagon, and we've traded in our alien ocean for the Pacific Northwest. Let's get into getting started here. I love the artwork that they did. This looks like almost like an old newspaper, or maybe something like you'd see at a restaurant. We have the piece of paper and it's got all the layouts, like a diner type menu type deal. It's really cool. I really like what they did here, especially all this stuff over here on the sides and stuff. I'd like to be able to start doing some artwork myself where I can recreate things like this. I've got some things in the works for that. But anyway, let's explain what we're doing here. We are going to do kind of just a playthrough of Pacific Drive, returning Subnautica Sunday into a Sunday drive, and we're just gonna have fun with this. I've only played the demo, and that includes the opening sequence and the first mission, and I've done that on this once so I could kind of set up the sound a little bit. New game, had to get it all set up, so didn't want to go in here and then have issues. So some of this stuff I have seen and touched a little bit before, so if it looks like I'm kind of getting through things early on, that's the reason. I have touched it a little bit. Beyond the first mission is all new territory, so I've only done minor things to the car. I've only done some minor driving with the car in the first episode. So we get past that, the first mission that is, it'll all be new territory, unbroken ground. So I look forward to playing this. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's gonna be fun working on the car and doing all that stuff, that little symbiotic relationship you have with the car. And I don't know what we're in for, but I hope it's a good time. So buckle up, get in the passenger seat, and let's go for Pacific Drive. In 1947, the Olympic Peninsula became the staging grounds for a promising new technology. As rumors of its utopian creation spread, so did the stories about overnight evacuations, unsolved disappearances. I really tongue twisted that one. 1955, the government walled off the section of the peninsula to establish the Olympic Exclusion Zone. For 30 years, the zone's borders grew until the government withdrew and sealed every access point. What happened inside was never disclosed. All right, we're off the ferry. We're ready to make our delivery, and we've got an address, post-it note that says "Stay on the road," and okay, we're in drive, and we're ready to go. We're in our well-equipped delivery van that even picks up AM. Boy, does this drive like a van. It's just clunky. Toggle the wipers. Good thing nobody's coming the other way. Jeez Louise. All over the road. This wall is so immense. It's amazing how big it is. It's like, I don't think you get a scope of its size. It's massive. It's got a nice appearance to it. I think it looks really good. It's not so photorealistic that it's putting a drain on the computer, but it's enough that it's immersive. The only thing I noticed that I'm not a fan of is that the car likes to rock back and forth. When I turn, you can kind of see it turning the whole car, and that's a little weird. It's a disorienting in a bit. It's got a lot of lean. Alright, toggle the headlights. And that's basically what this is. This beginning part is kind of teaching us the game, kind of walking us through. So if you haven't seen anybody else do the demos and the walkthroughs, basically the game is teaching us how to play. Just the basics. As the radio starts to fade out. Authorized personnel only. Now I passed the one at the tunnel, but this sign basically says the same thing. High R level facility. Extreme caution advised. Further inquiries directed to gate C2B. Warning, launch and construction facility ahead. Periodic volume warning, 80 plus decibels, next 15 miles. So that's pretty loud construction. Run over the bush, stay on the road. Okay. Our note said to stay on the road. We're off the road now. Alright, I saw this during the demo and I thought it was funny. This is atypical U.S. government. I'm sure other people have this where they're, but there's a sign that says, warning. This is a warning sign in the U.S. Warning, rocks. As if it wasn't obvious that those were rocks. Yes. We thank you for your warning on the rocks. Restricted area, nope. Okay. If this was real life, I would have stopped there and turned around and said, the hell with this delivery. But we're going to continue. I don't see any anomalies. Everything is just fine. We'll be perfectly fine. Except for this red light. Okay, notice the wall was on our right. Now the wall is on our left. We've been pulled in to the zone. And once again, the game is teaching us how to play. And the car has been destroyed. caution. Of course there's caution. Teaching us to crouch. To jump. As a long dark player, I would love to be able to jump. I like kick too.
Hello? Someone out there? Hello? Could have sworn never mind. Francis, the radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago.
Okay, up in the upper right-hand corner, it's giving us our objectives and what we do. And we need to put the wheel back on the car. So, pick up the wheel. And install the wheel. Now we need to get in the car. Start the car.
Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone sector B. Do you read me? I'm picking up your distress signal in the outer zone. It looks like you're somewhere around sector E. Hey, Francis, come here. Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there.
Now try not to talk when they talk so we can hear what the story is and everything.
Hey,
and there's...
we got a live one. Hey, do you copy? Hello? Hello? Is this thing working?
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
Huh. What if they're stranded? Could they, they're from outside? They're a preacher? Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point. Hey, you're in serious danger. The instability's closing in, and it's gonna scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. Your closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
Okay. So we have a fuel can here in the back. And we have to siphon fuel from other derelict cars. Oh my god, it's sliding in the mud. Alright, put our gas can back in its fancy duct tape holder. Okay. Time to go. Oh.
Whoa, wait, hold the phone. There it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where? No kidding. Could it be? The Remnant?
It can't be. There hasn't been one in decades.
Look at that spectral fingerprint and tell me that doesn't match the Remnants exactly.
No. What we should be looking at is how fast this creature seems to be moving.
Huh. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're going about the speed of a... No way. Do not tell me. They found a Remnant and it's a car this time? Holy cripes. No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'd kill to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the breacher needs to get to safety. Then we can look into whether that car is a Remnant or not.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. They're back, baby. When you find that shelter, go on and let yourself in. Hoppy ain't gonna like you poking around in there, but better to face a bad side than let the zone eat you alive.
This car drives so bad. And that might explain why. Easy, girl. Stop. could be a problem with the car. Okay, so find a way into the building. We're in the building. Turn on the power. Whoops. Power on. Pick up the backpack from the table. Okay.
Who's there? The shop. It's been breached. You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out before I... Ow! My head. It's an emergency broadcast.
Hello, attention. This message is for Dr. Ophelia Turner. We sent a breacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a Remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
Get off the Remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written. That's 10 years and 17 volumes and...
That voice goes like a nail gun to the skull. So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through. Wait, I just remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Oh, God, unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against breachers trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find you a way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything in my shop with those soft hands of yours.
I'm insulted. Okay.
What? You need help? There's a headset somewhere in the garage. Put it on. The built-in diagnostic will tell you what needs fixing up.
Okay. We have to pick up the mechanic's eye, which is this thing glowing right here. And this kind of gives us our HUD, our Pip-Boy, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so our next thing is to tend to our wounds. And marker's telling us how to attend to our wounds. AKA Gordon Freeman style. Okay, so now we get to go fix the car. Like I said, I'm going to try not to interrupt the story too much. I don't want to take away anything. So I mean, I want to definitely talk about what's going on and enjoy it. But there'll be parts of the story that they're not talking, and we want to listen to when they are. So try not to interrupt so we can get the story. That's why I kind of left the subtitles on. Oh, let's see if we can fix the car. Okay. Something tells me we're missing a few lug nuts. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can line this up. With the way this thing is leaning over. Okay. So if you park it relatively decently, it'll tell you that it's connected up there, and the car kind of gives you a diagnostic. Oh, except you have to put it in park, or it wants to leave without you. Okay. Alright, not the best park job in the world. Alright, so now we need to open up the headset, which is the tab key. And it's highlighting the blueprints. And it's telling us to look at crude door. And we need to pin it to our checklist. So we can hit the C button or just click on it. And now that is on our things to do list. Next, we're going to gather items from the car out back. So gather items from the abandoned car out back, the garage, search the trunk. Okay, well, we can't search the trunk because it's locked, so now it's going to lead us back to the toolbox to get a crowbar or pry bar. And in here we've got a mechanics kit. We have some duct tape. And if I hover over top of this stuff, it'll tell us what it is down here in the bottom. So duct tape and pry bar, which we're going to put in our hand. And now we pry bar open the abandoned car's trunk. And in here we have glass shards and road flares. And glass shards, oops. Yeah, the storage system in the backpack is a little strange because you got like the pockets. Okay, close that. All right. Gather items from the abandoned car. Search the dumpster by the garage. Okay, so let's go dumpster diving. Okay, a dumpster that burps out things. Alright, couple of flares and a new tool. This is a scrapper. Alright, so this particular little tool essentially takes these car parts that highlight, turns them into useful items for us to craft with. Scrap metal. Duct tape holding on the fender, which is completely safe to do. Alright. We can scrap the tire and wheel. Rubber. Alright. Chew up the trunk or the boot lid. And the door. And another fender. Another wheel and tire. Or as I probably should use the term of a YouTuber I enjoy watching a lot, and he calls them hoops and casings. And it's quite funny. Instead of wheels and tires. Okay, so now we need to go to the crafting table and craft a crude door. Crudely craft a crude door. So we hit E. And crude door. It's got the little warning net sign there. And we look like we have enough to craft it. We hit craft, and bada boom, bada bing, we have a door. And we installed the door. We're only that easy in real life. Okay, so now it's telling us to go to the toolbox and get repair putty. Might as well just put this in our hand. And chemicals. We'll grab the rest of that stuff here in a second. Alright, use the repair putty to repair the car. And if you look at each door, it will give you kind of a health meter there. So this one we just made, and it's in good shape. This one's about 50%. And if you know anything about body work, it looks like a can of body filler, but this body filler is magic because it fixes everything. It gets rid of rust, it gets rid of dents. It actually does paint repair. Look at this rusty hood. One dab of body filler and voila. Who needs to buff the paint? Okay. Oh, this door is in really bad shape. Oops. Okay, use that can of body filler. Or repair putty. It's amazing what it does. I want this for my project cars. I mean, it straightens the body. I mean, it's amazing stuff. Okay, let's fix the quarter panel here. We're at 90. There we go. Now, car is all good to go. Alright, so now we have to scan the flat tire. And to scan, we use the C button. And it's going to tell us we need sealing kit. So we can repair the flat by crafting and using a sealing kit, or we can repair the flat with the spare tire we found in the locker. So I'm going to use the spare tire in the locker. So let's put our putty away for the moment. Drop the tire and remove the bad tire and install the replacement tire. All right. And then, did I pick that up? Open inventory. There we go. Let's put the tire in our hand. And we'll take the tire out back. And we'll drop it. Get out the scrapper. And we'll scrap it for parts. And while we're out here, there's a couple other items we can scrap. Like this computer and this radio. And like most of these games, this is what we're doing. We're basically looting for supplies so that we can craft new items and really make the car awesome. Okay. So now we need to scan the loose wheel. And in order to fix the loose wheel, we need a mechanics kit, which I do believe was in here. Or we picked it up. Nope, we picked it up. Never mind. So let's put that there. And let's use the mechanics kit. Oh, beautiful. One tap and we're ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to outfit the car. And first things first is we're going to grab this tote of boxes. And we're going to install this in the car. And now we have state-of-the-art storage. Okay, and now we're going to grab this. And now we have
There's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The arc device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit.
Okay, this is a portable crafting table, so it gives us abilities to craft things out on the road. And then this would be said arc device. And I love how she says put it anywhere in the car, but it's kind of steering us to put it in the passenger seat.
This
Okay.
beauty won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, you should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it.
Thank you, Bobby. Okay. So now we want to grab said medical kit. And you know what? While we're here, let's open this back up again. And we can transfer materials. And the nice thing is you can do it all at once. So if we hit T and transfer all the stuff that does all the crafting. So this will be all the stuff we leave behind for the moment. And then this will open up the storage in the car. And I'm going to leave these items on me, and we'll take this with us in case we need to fix the car on the fly, and we never know when we're going to need the other stuff. So store in the car, the road flares, the scrapper, the first aid kit. Okay, so in order to go, we need to put this away. I was going to leave it in my back pocket, but it wants us to load that up. So, all right. So pick up the gear blueprint by the front door. Okay, here we go. And I think the blueprint graphic is so cool. It looks really neat. All right, so now there's the two blueprints. Okay, so now we've got to fill up the car. All right. Put that back. Go over here. And throw the switch to charge the battery.
If you're all set, take a look at the projector against the wall.
Okay.
This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded by it, and once you've watched it chew through entire mountain ranges, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive. Go on, pick a route. The arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go.
Okay, so this is basically going to be our travel map. And this is the only place we can go. And like in the demo, this was the only place you could go. So we click on this and we hold
Off you
it.
go. Make a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
Thanks, Oppie. Okay, so if you hover over top of these different places as you go further on, I've seen the map, it populates with more stuff. And then over on the right, it kind of gives you a breakdown of what you can expect. And this first zone, I think, is meant to be pretty stable, pretty easy to get by. Kind of to get your feet wet, so to speak. Can only imagine what we're up against down the road. Okay, so with the route planner, let's take a quick look around the garage. And one of the things that I kind of liked was you got the jukebox here, and it'll play radio stations. That's kind of cool. So when we get back, maybe we'll mess with that. And it's just kind of a, like, you know, just a rundown old little garage. You know, you've got the little waiting area and all this stuff, and rocket cola machine, little retail area. kind of cool. And then there's the car. Now, this is a thing of beauty here. This beautiful station wagon slash estate car. And the first thing I noticed right away, because I'm in the automotive business and kind of mess with this in my day-to-day life, and one of the things I noticed right away was the hood emblem. And at first it was like, okay, they didn't pay for the licensing, and so they had to create a emblem for whatever brand car this is supposed to mimic. And for me, when I look at it from all around, this is, I'm going to say circa late 1970s. The thing that gives that away is that this has a lift gate on it. Older, like early 70s, 60s station wagons would have had a tailgate with a roll-up window. This looks like it has a hatchback style tailgate. So this hatchback part would have been late 70s for the body style. If you look up stuff like what is it, a Town Squire or Plymouth Volare type car, it's going to look very similar to this. But the thing, going back to the emblem, was when I was first looking at this, I was like, okay, what are they trying to mimic here? And my first thought was that right around the end of Oldsmobile's life, they had an emblem that was a little rocket to kind of look like that. But when I got to looking at it and thinking about it more, what this is, and I think it's very clever, is a speedometer or tachometer. And the center is the little button and the needle, and the circle is the odometer or the speedometer deal. So I thought, that's kind of cool. That was a neat idea. So anyway, let's take a peek outside, see where we're at. And here's that sign we read earlier. And we're in this little pocket. And you can see a little bit of the wall there. And there's a big chunk of the wall here. And again, it's kind of hard to fathom the size. They say 300 meters, and I'm not familiar with the conversion into imperial standard, but whatever it is, it's big and it's tall. Let's go see what this sign says. This I haven't done. I haven't seen what. I haven't come down here to read this sign. So it's the same sign. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of cars over there. Look at that line of cars. Boy, if we could scrap that. Can we even get over here? I didn't even try this. Nope, looks like there's a wall there. Can't get any further than that. Good Lord, we'd have crafting materials for days. So can we even get anywhere near this? Can we go? Okay, we can go here. I think that's the way we came in. I think we came through here. So can we not? Oh, can we? Wait. I can get to here. Can we not get on the bridge? There's so many cars to loot. Okay, that's it. Now I have a wall. Alright, I don't want to fall down there. That's such a tease. Anyway. Let's follow the instructions. Let's get in the car. But this is so cool. The ambience is so neat. Pine Tree Auto Repair. Now this is the other thing that made me really intrigued with this, because when I watched Zach and Thomasina and them do their early playthroughs and stuff, and I saw this is so reminiscent to the things that I like to do, which is there's nothing more fun for me as a getaway as to taking a road trip. And my brother and I do this quite regularly, and we will just get in the car and we will just pick a direction. We won't make reservations. We won't do anything, but just get in the car and we'll go east or we'll go west, whatever, and wherever the road takes us. And we stay off the major highways. We go on the back roads and just enjoy what you find. And we've had so many cool adventures doing that. Are we supposed to heal up before we went? Oh, okay. Never mind. It's pointing towards the exit, not at the medical thing. Okay. Got a full tank of gas. Let's get on the road. $45? Never gonna get anywhere at 45. Okay, so we click on where we're going, make our drive, and voila. 3 hours later, we need to get out of the car, stretch our legs, use the restroom, and refuel. Although we've done really well in fuel, considering this is...
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. Don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours. You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. That's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators.
As I was saying, for being such a older car with a very gas-guzzling engine, we've done well for 3 hours of driving. This tank must be immense.
The ARC device is picking up on some plasma generators nearby. Your headset has a built-in scanner. Use it on the plasma generator, and it'll figure out the tools you need.
Okay. I have a bad habit of getting out of the car while it's in gear, so I'm trying to think about that. So we've got a car we can scrap, which we'll get. Now, one of the things, again, like I said, I've gone through this tutorial at least a couple of times now. And the neat thing is that the game will tell you how to solve the puzzle. And so if we scan this, it says we need to build...
Looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick.
So we have to build an impact hammer. So we open up the headset. We go to our blueprints, which we picked up the one for gears and we picked up the one for the impact hammer. And so we select that. And so we need to find a gas cylinder, some scrap metal, and 2 gears. So we're going to add that to our checklist. And we're going to go looting.
Find those materials by any means necessary. No one's coming back ever again, so go on and take what you need. Transports, homes, outpost facilities, they've all been abandoned since the zone was decommissioned in '87. Most of those structures won't even be there the next time the instability scrambles the area. So loot to your heart's content. Just loot away.
So she's giving us full permission to loot everything. Take everything. It's all yours.
Look at you, out in the zone all on your own. They grow so fast, don't they? And I'll be back at the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd, talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again. What, did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
I want to know about the Sasquatch incident. Okay, so look at the phone, and that is consumer electronics. So that tells us what it is, and that it's important. But we don't have the scrapper with us. Doggone it! We need to go get the scrapper. Okay. Radiation hazard. So whatever was going on in this house is bad news. Okay. Now this over here is the barrier. This is basically as far as we can go without something probably bad happening. Maybe we'll test this. But watch here. We'll go through it. If we start to go through it, It gives us a warning. I'm assuming that if you get much further away, it'll probably do something really bad. So maybe when we get a chance, we'll see what happens. Pockets of stability. But really liking the graphics in this. This is really cool. Got any goodies over here? Let's go get the scrapper. Our beautiful station wagon. Alright. We need you. And I'll tell you what, we want these flares just in case too. Alright. Let's go get some loot.
Hey, driver. I bet you're dying to hear all about the remnants by now.
Oh, can you not? I'm a little busy trying to keep them alive.
I'll keep to the basics, I promise. They deserve to know what they're getting into.
Fine. I'm giving you 60 seconds.
That is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay. The remnants, in short, they're old objects that do all sorts of weird things. They bind themselves to people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind, until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call. That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions going to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Okay, let's see what we got in here. Now, not knowing what the future holds, and only knowing that during the demo, pretty much I think it's just grab everything at this point. Here, let's see if we can do a flare here. So we can see. The loot is pretty good in the sense that it's highlighted for you right now. I don't know about in the future, but it doesn't seem to be as crazy as like Starfield, where you can pick up every pen and every clipboard. But it's not as slow and methodical as, say, like the Long Dark, where you got to open every drawer. It's either, if it's openable, there may be loot in it, and if not, it's, you know, you can ignore it. So it's a good happy medium. It's like this, you don't have to open these drawers. It's nice that it highlights it for you. Ooh, a liberator. I don't know what that's gonna do. Oops. That was definitely a wrong. There we go. I wanted. Oh wait, can we not get the liberator? The liberator looks important. Okay. So we can't just grab. We can grab the scrap, but we can't do that. All right, computer lab. Probably need this. Oh, and that broke. Okay, so let's go see if we can go make another scrapper and a hammer. Because we need those electronic pieces, I'm sure. Okay, so we go over here. And we need an impact hammer. Impact hammer requires gears. Okay, so all on this side these are all the blueprints that you have available to make stuff. And so here's the one that we picked up just recently in the garage. And in order to make gears, we need scrap metal, and it takes 3 scrap metals to make 1 gear. Now, I saw we had 1, so I'm just going to make the 1, and I'm going to make the hammer, or the impact hammer. Okay, so now we have that. So now to make a scrapper, we need scrap metal and plastic, which we've got. And so I'm going to make one of those. And so now let's go get the stuff that's in here. Really noisy over there. Okay. Any stuff I missed? No. Scrap this. Circuits. I don't know how we can use chewed up circuits, but we need circuits. Alright, so we got all that. Now we hit 3, it changes to the hammer. Now this part reminds me of Subnautica because you can load up tools and certain things. And so we want to hold this. And it cycles, and we get glass, and we get plasma, and all good stuff. Alright, so let's go and unload our stuff. Get into our loot here. And again, we just hit T and it does all the scrap stuff, which is great. And I'm going to put this liberator there for right now and keep all this stuff there. Let's swap out that. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. Less precise than a cutting tool, the liberator will nevertheless cleanly and carefully remove individual sections of a vehicle by precisely placing small explosive charges. Wonderful. So I'm wondering here, like if you needed a door, maybe you could extract the door. That might be helpful if you find stuff that's better than what we got. Everything here looks like it's kind of the same crappy stuff we got in the car. So I'm wondering if that will help us liberate better fenders and doors and tires and what have you on things here. So let's grab all this. Okay. Fine, we'll just take the trunk off. And then we'll come in here and grab all this stuff. And you, and that's it. Okay. Alright. Okay, turn on the car. Put it in gear. Let's go for a drive. Okay. Don't want to get too close. You did say something about them sparking. Alright, put it in drive. Or put it apart. Turn off the car. We need the impact hammer. We must be like right on the outer edge, I think, you know, not without looking at the map. Okay. Here it comes. Sprint over here. Okay, and I think once we do that, it shuts it off, so let's go ahead and get some more loot. Take all that. Oops. Take that, please. Thank you. And I don't know why that flare's turned that way, but we'll take it. And the only thing we got left... Oh, there's a wheel. And you. And we'll get this door. hammer back out. Alright. Alright. Kinds of goodies. Now, let's go take a peek over here. Curiosity has got the best of me. See these pipes. That's so cool. You can hear our feet in the mud. Like a Jacob's ladder type setup here. Okay.
Well, it looks like you're near one of the old guerrilla radio stations. That ought to be prime pickings for antenna parts. I've loaded its approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
Okay, Uppy. We'll go find our antenna hill. I saw a green light over here. Let's go investigate. Oh. Hello. Alright, let's grab the car and we'll come around. We're gonna get so far away it's gonna take us forever to walk back over here. She's a beaut, Clark. She's a beaut. Okay. Okay, so when that comes up, here we can stop. You hit the tab button, and it'll play it.
My. Where are our manners? Driver, we never introduced ourselves. Not really. Tobias Barlow, former Artem maintenance manager. Oh, and here with me is Dr. Francis Cook.
I was a R&D scientist researching limb technology right here in the zone.
We live right in the mid-zone. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over another big old wall from where you're at. Oh, and that old bat over there? That's Dr. Ophelia Turner, former director of research and development herself. The mother of limb technology, the maven of electromagnetism.
That's enough.
Resident party pooper.
So whenever those pop up, it looks like I need to hold the tab button and it'll play it. Seeing how this is almost, it's funny because we replaced Subnautica with this and it's got a lot of the same things. So like when you would pick up the tablets and that, you would do the same thing. You'd hit the tab button, it would play those little recordings. So that's part of the story. So we want to remember to play those when those pop up so we can see what's going on. So what's this sign say? Gas overlook camping. Okay. Alright. So let's pull over here out of his way. We'll go park over here. Ooh, another one. Alright, easy, careful. Go park, turn off the car, please. Thank you. I noticed that if you've got to do it's funny, the E button works two different ways. If you hold it down, it'll open the door, but it doesn't take you inside. If you're inside the car, you've got this imaginary door, and if you tap the E button, it gets you in. So it's kind of you got to think about it there for a second to go through it. So, no place is safe. Don't trust them. Plasma generator that's broken. Alright, let's see if we can't get close enough here to scan what this is. No scan target. Okay. So it is an abductor. So if we open up the logbook. Here, let's get inside here so we don't get abducted. So logbook. And I believe it's this one here. This is like the zone anomaly. So abductor. And this is something else I noticed, and even Zach mentioned it when he was doing it, and I kind of get it. Instead of having like a description of what it is, they kind of do that at these little anecdotic stories, and in some ways it's cute and everything. It's kind of long-winded too, though. So in order to figure out exactly what these are, you kind of got to read through these little stories. And I'll kind of slowly go through here, and if you decide you want to read it, you can read through it. I find it a little frustrating. I kind of get to the end where you read it, and it kind of tells you what's going on. So I'm not sure exactly I like that part of it. It's very creative, neat, but it's also kind of time-consuming. It's like adding extra things to the game that just make it longer. Oops. What do we have here? SSR meeting minutes. Let's put that in there. We'll read that in a bit. Do we have room for that? We don't. Let's throw that down. Can we just get rid of the crowbar? Come on, let me put the putty in my hands. Let's store things in the toilet. I've been storing my stuff wrong all this time. Ooh, what are you? Sealing kit. Ooh, we kind of needed a sealing kit. Interesting. You know what? Let's go out and store some of this stuff. Oh, hello. You didn't move the car, did you? Oh, good. I have it parked right where I wanted it. Alright, let's move all this stuff over. And let's put the putty in here. We don't need that right this second. Actually, let's double that up there. What else can we put in here? Let's put in a couple extra flares here. Alright, let's go grab the rest of that stuff. You just stay over there. You don't need to bother with me. I'm not even sure exactly what you do. You just need to stay out of the way. Actually, I think we needed a sealing kit for one of the tires. That didn't sound good. Alright. Sounds like there's more than one of them. Well, there was the one down the road, I guess, huh? That was very foolish of me. Okay, so we need the crowbar. Alright. I just hope they aren't chewing up the car. Are you supposed to get... Oh, yeah, there was stuff in here, too. I'm glad I caught that. You just stay over there. You over here fucking with the car? Come on. Don't mess with the car. Leave the car alone. I noticed it said photo log. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's put our sealing kit in here. And let's go. Right. Just that noise alone is creepy. Alright. I'm gonna skip these cars for right now. I noticed my recording time, and I don't want to shortcut things too much, but we're gonna spend all day looting every car if we stay here. Let's go check out this house real quick. I love how it tells us the door jar is on. No hope. Well, that's not good. Yet it's got the door, the door jar. Well, we don't have a door. We're missing a whole tailgate. Lift gate. Danger. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, blueprints. Oh, there's all kinds of electronics in here. Can we scrap any of this stuff? No. We can scrap that. How about you? What's in there? Oh, all kinds of clothes. Cloth, I guess. Alright.
That radio station's up on a hill somewhere. Eyes to the horizon.
Okay, okay. Chill. Relax. I'm gonna go over here. Check out the gas station. Alright. Park here. Alright. I am gonna loot this car. It looks like it's got some goodies on it. Steel panel. Not crude panel, steel panel. So maybe that's where the extractor comes in handy. I hear you, noise. I hear you. Trying to scare me. And it's working. You're making me nervous. Alright, I forgot the flare. Easy. Ooh. What the heck is going on? Bad enough everything has to be creepy, but we don't need the ground just coming up. Okay, got the rest of the car. Beautiful saloon car. Alright, let's see if there's anything in here. I don't believe there was much of anything in the gas stations when I looked the last time. Oh, yeah, I guess there is. See a backpack too. It's just got a shirt in it. Oops. Hit the, and there we go. Hit the T. There we go. Now you're doing it. Can't do that. I haven't noticed like an eating component yet, so I don't think we eat anything. So I keep hitting the wrong button. T. Keep hitting E. Can you grab that? No. No need for a fire extinguisher. You can just put it out with the Bondo. Okay. That's just really creeping me out with that thing doing it. Okay. This just looks so desolate. I mean, you see all these derelict cars and all that. It's just so, I don't know. It's just creepy with all the noises. Okay. Wild. Just the ambient noise is creepified. It's like think you hear things, and like you got that stuff going on. What does this sign say? Oh, talk about the radio station. KRBZ, The Zone. Douglas Fir with your knowledge and Zap Douglas. This is so cool. Could spend a couple hours just like, like looking at every nook and cranny. Now, okay. I was curious if we had any of these. Let's see if we can get a scan on this. Gotta be careful though. Okay. This is a tourist. You can see there's a couple of them. There's one standing over there. There's one there. There's one here. And there's one there. Now, the funny thing about this is that when I first saw these guys, I saw them on Zach Nafane's early access video, and I watched it, and I didn't pay any attention to the fact that something really creepy happens with these guys. So let me see if I can get this creepiness to happen. So you'll notice they all look perfectly fine, sitting where they are. Now I'm going to turn and I'm going to walk away a little bit. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to turn back. And I guess I didn't get close enough. They will move when you're not looking. And it was funny because even Zach didn't catch it at first, and somebody commented on it. And he went back and noticed that it happened more than just one time. So, well, let's see if we've got this one activated. And you're gonna notice, look where it is, kind of in line with this tree. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna walk to the road. And I'm gonna stop and turn around. Oh, it's not working. Come on, this is so creepy. When I did this on the demo, it was so cool. Okay, let's get a little closer. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you all. Oh, come on, guys. You're letting me down here. Can you not see me? I'm right here. Here, I'll turn around now. I'll walk towards the car. How about now? Darn. They're letting me down here. This was so creepy-fied. Hi, guys. I'm gonna walk over here now. No? Not interested, huh? Gave me an excuse to come over here and look. Here, I talked you all up and you didn't bother to do anything. Alright. How about now? Nope. You don't want to talk? Okay. Well, maybe a next time. Doggone it. That really ruins my... When I was doing the demo, it was so creepy because I went and did just that. And then I walked back to the car to get the car. Next thing I knew, I looked behind me and they were like in the rearview mirror. And you could see where they had moved. And then in Zach's demo video, it was even more creepy because they were like really moving a lot. He caught some really good movement. So maybe we'll get another opportunity. Oh, speaking of opportunities. Alright, we'll drive close to these guys. Now I'm not looking. And I'm going to stop. Oh, you can see them in the rearview mirror. Here, let's see if we can't. We'll leave the car on. Okay. Hi, guys. Came over to say hello. Alright. I'm going to walk back to the car now. And I'm going to go ahead and get in the car. And I'm going to look in the rearview mirror. Oh, they didn't move. This is making me crazy. You're letting me down, guys. You're letting me down. Alright, let's go. Oh. You turned the car up. Alright. That's really disappointing. It worked so well in the demo. Maybe we got to get further into the game. Maybe in the demo they did it just to kind of get you sucked in. So let's go up here. And yes, this is I'm utilizing previous knowledge of knowing where to go, so we can go up here and get what we need. I don't want to drag you guys out for 3 hours as I play with the mannequins to get them to move. But when we do get it to work, it's so creepy. Somebody says it's very reminiscent of something that I guess is in Doctor Who. And I'm not a huge Doctor Who fan, so I didn't know what they were talking about, but... Alright. Okay, so this is the radio transmitter that we need to grab.
Time to get moving. The instability's ticking up by the second. But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. And to do that, you'll need anchors. Take a look at the arc device display. It maps all anchors in the nearby area. Find an anchor and feed it to the arc device to charge it. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about limb technology than you need to know.
So what's that? Oh, that's broadcasting. Okay, well, hey, we'll keep that in hand. Alright, so now, if we hit E, these are the items that she's talking about. So we're just going to go down the road and go grab one close by. Alright, so start the car. Hey, we're starting to use some fuel. This car is so hard to drive. It's so beat up. I mean, for God's sakes, it's being held together with duct tape, so... guess I shouldn't expect any performance. And they want to drive it 100 miles an hour. A tiny test.
Hey, Hoppy, like, look, I keep thinking, the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. Seems like me. You're looking to turn a new leaf or something?
The only thing I want to look at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please. I've seen you manipulate waveforms with your right hand and knock back a double with your left. Or am I to understand you've lost your touch?
What I'm understanding is that you won't shut the hell up until I test this remnant.
Yep.
Fine, stop crowding my frequency.
What? Wait, really? Hoppy, darling, you never give in this easily. What's going on?
Francis?
Yes?
How have you not thrown him to the bunnies by now?
80 years old and only getting sharper by the day. You're a legend. A role model.
I'm giving you 10 seconds to get out of my...
Okay, we're signing off.
Hey, driver, good luck out there. And watch out for the bunnies. They are a doozy.
Now for the bunnies, they're a doozy. Need guide, question mark. Pac-Man. Arda lied. Oh, you know what? We're here. Let's take a peek in here, maybe. We need the crowbar. Come on. That one. Those are something we don't find a lot. Check all that. Whoops. Wrong button again. Sorry. Tea. We need tea. Tea again. There has to be something in the bathroom. Tea. Alright. I guess this was worth stopping. Okay. Alright, let's go. Can only hope so much about the mannequins. They really disappointed me. Okay. So this little device down here, which is where we're headed on the map, is that arc device she's talking about. Now at this point, I'm leaving the car running. I would assume at some point you start running out of gas, but this is such a small little zone. Let's go take a peek over here. Take the anchor, take the anchor. I want to look.
Those anchors may look like glowing balls of magic, but it's Limtech through and through. Don't be scared. They haven't exploded in anyone's face recently.
Recently. All right. All right. Hey now.
The arc device is charged and
Oh, I
ready.
parked the car too
Use it to
close to
Open a
it.
gateway back to the garage, but it
I'm
will
glad I left
immediately
it
collapse
started.
the stability around you. So only activate when you're absolutely ready to leave.
Okay.
You do
Well,
not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
I wanted to be in the safe spot because it beat up the car. Okay, so now we... Here, let's put it in park so we don't rolling down the hill. Whoops. We go here, and then we have to activate one of these, so... There we go. So... Put it in drive.
You see that glowing pillar into the sky? Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
Okay. Woo! Okay. Easy, easy, easy. You're a little wide on that turn. Oh, good lord. This poor car. Alright, here we go. Into the hot death. So that's what's in that little building there.
You're alive.
Our
We're certain if the zone didn't get you, that gateway would. Did I not mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing? I mean, there have been rodents, but it's not like it's completely untested. But anyway, it worked. So, you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your marbles intact. Now, take those parts you found into the back room. I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie, but it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you to the anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
We're clear. Okay. With that, let's get out of the car. And hit escape, and we will save the game. And right there. So the only place you can save the game is in the garage. So once we go out on an adventure, we've got to make it back to the garage in order to save the game. So at this point, with we're about an hour and a half in, we have done enough. I apologize about the mannequin thing. That really bums me out. But we're gonna find some more, and I will show you the creepified thing. I really kind of wanted to do like a red light, green light thing. So I thought that would be kind of fun with those things. But we'll get to playing with those. We'll get into the next map and get the car fixed because obviously we got the car trashed, so we need to fix the car. And we'll get whatever she needs us to build with this antenna, and we'll go on our next adventure. And I look forward to the next adventure because, by goodness, it's going to be something new that I haven't done in this game yet. I've done this one a couple of times with the demo, and I'm ready to do something new. So I look forward to our next adventure. So thanks for jumping in the passenger seat and coming along for the ride, and we'll catch you on the next one.